What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Yella. Welcome to another video. So this is really going to be how I feel about the announcement Apple did yesterday with the new iPhones. We're going to talk about it. So, did I expect more? In a way, I actually did. Am I bummed out? A little bit, but I mean, it's just little gripes. And if I get in or go in on other companies, why wouldn't I go in on Apple? So let's talk about it. So we got four models. We got the iPhone 12, the 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, and the iPhone 12 Mini. So things that I don't like. Let's just start with that. I don't like that Apple knows that the Pro and the Mini are probably going to be the most popular, and therefore they pushed them off for almost another month. All right, so I already don't like that idea. I don't like that the Mini and the iPhone 12 do not start at 128 gigs. I think that's ridiculous. It's almost like they're forcing you towards the Pros just to start at 128 gigs. They could have easily have started the storage on all of their devices at 128 gigs. So I don't like that idea. Taking away the charger and the headphones and talking about, making it more eco-friendly, blah, blah, blah. Like, just stop. You want to sell the MagSafe, so just sell the MagSafe. Like, I didn't need that song and dance about saving the environment. Just stop it. So a smaller box. I don't know. The box, reducing the box size, I guess that can make sense for them to ship more. I just don't see how that's going to help us as a consumer, especially in 2020. But hey, it is what it is. So those are just a few of the things that I don't like that they did. I also wanted to hear about the new MacBooks, I guess, that are going to have the Apple Silicon chips inside. So I don't know if they're going to do another event later in the year for that. Well, I guess more to come on that. But outside of that, let's talk about which phone am I going to get? Which phone are you going to get? Or are you going to get a new iPhone? So is it really worth the upgrade this year? So, and one other thing, there's no 120 hertz, which shout out to John Prosser. He had already leaked that information that we weren't going to get the 120 hertz. Is it a big deal? I mean, for them to stay or keep up with the Joneses or keep up with the Samsungs, I guess it would have been a good idea to have the 120 hertz, but at least they brought forth 5G, which is going to kind of future-proof your phone a little bit. I know some of you don't believe in 5G, but it is what it is. But I mean, is it worth the upgrade? So I'm still rocking the old, well, now it's a year old, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which has the best battery ever. I know I've mentioned that in other videos. They didn't talk much about the battery on these guys, but I did go through on all the specs and did, the comparisons. And it appears that they're trying to keep the same battery life as last year, which I guess that's a good thing. Like I said, this has been the best battery I've ever had on an iPhone. So I guess they didn't really have much room to improve it within a year's time. I don't know. Maybe they hit their ceiling as far as battery improvements for now. So I guess I'm okay with that. I'm not really upset that the batteries didn't get any better. So I guess if you want the best possible battery life in the new iPhones, I guess you have to get the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Which kind of brings me to my favorite design of all time. And I know I've mentioned this in other videos as well, was for the iPhone 5S. I thought that was the absolute best as far as the design of the phone. I loved the squared look of the phone, the flat screen. I thought they made phenomenal cases for that phone. There were like endless cases and accessories that you could get for it. So I feel like we're going back to that body style, which I thought we would have gotten that on the iPhone SE that released earlier in the year. Those were the rumors that the iPhone SE was really going to be in the old 5S or the original SE body, but we didn't get that. But now we're getting it with the iPhone 12 mini. So I thought this would have been easily my choice, because this was my dream device going back to that body style. However, after getting used to the 12 Max or the 12 Max, the 11 Pro Max, it's going to be hard to go that far down in battery. So I think the sweet spot, and at least for me, is probably going to be this iPhone 12. There's really no point in getting this Pro. I mean, because the Pro has a little bit less beefier specs than the Pro Max. So I think if you were already leaning towards the Pro, you might as well get the Pro Max, because then you're going to get better battery and you're going to get better camera sensors and whatnot, the LiDAR and all this stuff. So I love that they have beefed up the camera quality and whatnot, but I don't think I'll use all those special features on the Pro. I am not a professional photographer, so that doesn't appeal to me as much. But I do like the 12. Like I said, I like the design. So to me, this is a 5S stretched out a little bit more for a 6.1 inch screen. I do love the blue color. I think that's the one I'm going to go for. Still debating on the 250, or no, what is it? 64, 128, and 256. I want to say did I pass it already? I wanted to see what the storage options were. There we go. Yeah, so this one only goes up to 256. So I'm still debating on the storage options, but I think I'm set on the color. I want the blue. But I think that would be the sweet spot for me. Now I'm curious to what you guys think. Which one is more appealing to you? Are you going after any of these? It seems like the resolution is the same. Actually, the resolution is best on the mini with the smaller size. So you get 476 for the PPI, but 460 isn't bad for me. You're going to get the 1080p finally. The nits, I'm okay with the 625. I mean, the 800 nits is pretty good on the Pro models, but typically I don't have to use my phone that long in direct sunlight. But I guess you can put it on the auto brightness and then hit 1200 nits if you need to. But the size and weight, and this is where it kind of, I'm leaning in the middle here at the 12, because compared, and I guess, let me see if I can bring up the 11. So the iPhone 11 is the one that my daughter has. And as you can see, they slimmed this thing down a little bit. So it isn't as tall, it's not as wide, it's not as deep, and it's not as heavy. So I'm really thinking that this is going to be the sweetest spot for, I know I said it a few times, for the iPhone 12 for me. And that's just my opinion. So good cameras. I love that they have the night mode for selfies now, as I take a lot of selfies with my daughter. So that's going to be more appealing to me than actually making a full length movie that you can do with the Pro Max. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts and impressions and gripes. I want to hear from you guys. Were you kind of like meh with this release? iPhones, like I said many times, are boring, right? So this is also a good opportunity for me to just get a future-proofed iPhone for 5G, something with great cameras, decent battery life, and it just gives me access to others in my family with the iMessage, with the FaceTime and whatnot. So for a person like myself that carries two phones, like I want to have an Android phone at all times and an iPhone at all times, this is a good year to do that, right? Because I could even opt to get the mini, the cheapest one, still be pretty happy, can carry a mini in my pocket and say the, oh, got a shipment that went out. The, carry either the Note 20 Ultra or a Galaxy Z Fold along with an iPhone. So to me, that's a win-win to be able to carry both of those around. But I want to hear from you. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about the event, which iPhone you're planning to get, what color. I'm really feeling the blue. And actually, just one last point I wanted to make too about the blue. I feel like the Pro Max blue is a little I really like the more defined blue on the 12 and the 12 mini. So I guess this looks more professional with this kind of washed Pacific blue, but I'm really digging this deep blue here. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Until the next one, it's your boy Yella, and I'm out. Peace.